It's with a heavy heart today that I have another announcement regarding a Durrani victim dying. Last week, Gary New passed away. We got word. And his 78-year-old wife reported that. We got a report yesterday that Leona Beyer passed away. Her son Ron called us. We're going to put a picture of Leona up. Leona had BMP2, which increases the risk of cancer, placed in her. She had the wrong cage. Durrani dictated the operative report 272 days late. She had false diagnosis. She had a revision. He should have done a decompression surgery. I mean, it's just sad. Leona Beyer, another victim of Dr. Durrani, who passes away before she gets her trial. A little update that I'd like to share with you. The book is in the hands of a professional who is completely rewriting it to make it perfect, because the story deserves that. And then it's going to get pitched to the biggest publishing houses who we have connections to through this person who's doing this. This story is going to blow the lid off so much of the corporate greed in this country, what was allowed to happen, and then the civil justice system failure of these people and their attempt to make me the bad guy. I'm going to have the last laugh in a big, big way. I also talked to Tyler Slavonic. The final edits of the first episode of the documentary are going to be done, and I'm going to get the final tomorrow to take a look at. And then that's going to start being shopped in person by a team in LA and in New York. And I predict without any doubt that it's going to be a major pickup by a major studio, Netflix, Amazon, HBO, who knows. And we are going to tell the world this story as the battle continues. What has happened to these people in the system is unlike anything else. Somebody who's joining the Bulldog media team was reading the first draft of the book and sent me an email and said, "This is unfreaking believable, Eric." I said, "Well, it's unlike anything in the country." I mean, for example, you have verdicts being sealed for the first time in the country and no local media trying to reopen those. I mean, that's unheard of. Another thing that we are dealing with lately, cleaning up a mess that the court system did, is they set, after you get a verdict, you submit a judgment entry, and then that triggers the time frame. We submitted those judgment entries immediately after each of our trial victories, and the judges sat on those. I thought it was a year, but I forgot about COVID. It's really 2 years. They delayed our victories going through the Ohio appeal process, which will be upheld. They're not going to touch these jury verdicts. 2 years. So right this moment, those verdicts would have to be being paid by the medical protective, Durrani's insurance company. They delayed that for 2 years. Who delayed that? The judges. The judge, who has immunity. We filed a writ against them, but you can't sue. Now just think about that. There's no excuse, no logic, no reason, no rationale for a judge not to sign a judgment entry immediately after a trial and trigger that. They did not sign these for 2 years. We hounded them through the process, and Scott Engel, the law clerk for the judge, mocked us for complaining about it. We got the email. He messed up and sent it to us. He meant to send the judge complaining about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I am armed with one righteous cause in this thing. And the story is off the charts. Off the charts. And it's going to be told. Meanwhile, we will keep fighting in the trenches for the legal battle until these people get their trials, get their justice, and medical protective gets rung up on bad faith. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. The Durrani victims, it might be delayed, but they're going to get it. They're going to have their day.